Our
All is
may I see?
Amish. You.
Give us this day our daily bread. Our bread. You know it, Mistress Poe. You know it full well.
If you want yeast, then grow your own. Just stick some in a jar and grow it, and you'll have it forever. Now there is none, and it's my fault. How many different ways do you need to hear it? Of yeast, there is no one.
Governor,
May I help you, Mr.
I have to admit,
Yes, but have you
I believe so. But the culprit was not responsible.
Have you found the...
Someone here has been dabbling in some dark magic.
So?
Don't you want to hear the name?
I do not need to. The principle is what matters.
Not exactly. The name.
No, it can't be. My son is studious. Curious, too curious.
He showed Caleb Watson a ritual. The cobbler.
Even if true, it would only mean my son was exposed to corruption.
I'll get it. I must.
His interests take him hither and thither. He's been sprucing up one of the abandoned houses there. Go there. See for yourself. Needless to say that I counted.
He was quick to condemn till it was his own son on the block. Who's he really protecting?
We'll bring him the proof he wants. If the boy is guilty, his father may not be able to protect him.
Hell's balls. What happened here?
Something's emanating from under there.
No wonder this place is off limits. We've fixed it. Help.
Run, Red!
One of these must be Lambie's hideaway.
Red, I can't manifest anymore. Something has me. Wards.
Enjoying your feast of lesser living form, then?
Don't be so loud. The wisps might hear you and come out.
Hi, mate. You here? You were studying botany. Why botany? The incisions are clean. The precision of an expert.
There's magic here, though faint.
Araloo. Mean anything to you?
Not a thing.
He mentioned an old mill. Seemed fascinated by the place. Nothing incriminating. Yet.
Remember what we found at Caleb Watson's? Maybe we're not looking in the right place. If I had something to hide, I might hide it in an abandoned mill.
Reinforcements!
Move it!
Piss off!
Dodge it if you can.
Beat it!
Watch out! Spectre possession. Possession incoming.
Why a mill?
Away from the village. Perfect for his research. Perfect to hide secrets.
He's not out here for pleasure, that's for sure. Well, peaceful. Like home on a good day. Oh, it's hilly, mind. He felt like playing with the lambs. Blair preferred to feed them. And I was too busy dreaming.
And you?
Oh, I cooked them for dinner. The lambs, I mean. The girls were furious.
Yes. But they weren't hungry.
Looks derelict. Is he really inside?
What hides here in the dark? Come out, come out.
Looks like Lamy was trying to translate some sort of ritual.
Not any ritual. This is the Lesser Palingenesis.
I guess no one warned Lamy that grimy reincarnation rituals were not without risk. This relay lad seems dangerous.
His apprentice seems to be following him down the same path.
So, what are you hiding in here, evil spawn?
Glancing at the original writing, Lamy's work was poor. No wonder the ritual he spawned for Caleb from those botched words of power went wrong. More ghost wards. Someone was being extra careful.
He doesn't speak well of his dad.
Did he seek power? Was he hoping to step out of his father's shadow?
If he did, he went the wrong way about it. We need to get to the top floor. Bet we'll find something.
You need to see this. Why did he feel like he needed so much protection?
No crank. Great. It's just a lift. Why is this mechanism so complex?
More magic muckery. He wished to disguise his presence, or perhaps to distract from it.
That book. Again.
The Agrippa. That's not good. Not good at all.
What level of not good are we talking about exactly?
This book promises eternal life, but the promise is a trap. Let's hope it hasn't been used.
The crank. Good. The lift should work now. All this is more serious than we thought. I'm apprehensive, not just because we're going underground.
We'll be careful. We don't know what Lammy was up to, and the signs are not encouraging.
You know, I could get to like it underground. The darkness, the gloom, the cool air.
Really?
No, not really. Not at all. Hell's balls. Another sorrow used as a guardian.
One down. Now the others. Dodge! I see no more pillars.
When all this is over, I might retire.
You'd miss it. You know you would. Here, I found something. Shall we? I can't remove it. It slips through my fingers. Dead animals, again. Different symbols and magic. Seems they were used as bait. Is this how we got through the Sorrow's vigilance?
So, here we are.
I suppose now we step into the void.
Suppose we do. Dark rituals, void breach, general weirdness. Lemmy can't be far.
Take care. The place is warded.
Wards worked well enough. You didn't need to kill so many bots.
Demonologists use necromancy. Maybe he thought he'd bring them back when...
It's awfully calm. Why is it awfully calm?
I can manifest now. Beware. Wards. Spectres. They haven't noticed us. Stay low.
Aye, this on for size. Kiss for you.
Wards. I'm going to need a hand here. An Ariadne's thread leading through the void. Very useful indeed.
Very useful right until it falls apart. Then you're stuffed like force meat in a turkey.
To me!
Creepy hideout. The governor's spawn likes a bit of drama.
This one's different. Looks like it died diseased. Maybe I should search some more. This is some dark, sideways magic.
It's forbidden. I've read it.
Sometimes I worry about you. Ugh. What is this thing?
Banisher rule number 4.
If it oozes, don't touch it. Another botched experiment?
It may be native to the void. So, you can see me. Aren't you full of surprises, young Master Haskell?
You may talk. A Banisher ghost. Amazing. How on God's earth did you find me? Never mind that. Thank the Lord you did. Thought I was going to grow old in here.
Were you stuck in here?
In the Araloo. Originally, I was searching for the source of the poisoning. I may have overestimated my talents. Tell me, how did you get past the Guardian beneath the mill?
We fought it. Don't change.
You fought it? Of course you did. A good thing, too. I was
This isn't a social call, kid. And we're the one.
Oh.
You see ghosts. You stroll the void as if it were your garden. You possess and
I'm Lammy Haskell, and I'm a man of many sciences.
That raises more questions.
What are the pillars of the universe? Which principles underpin existence? As a cultist, each discipline I embrace peels back a new layer of reality. I'm yet at the beginning, and
Are you a demonologist like your father?
more or less. More so. My father,
If you don't share your father's faith,
I believe in the afterlife. The The proof. And if the void embodies eternal despair, there must too be a.
We find you up to your neck in the blackest magic, speechifying.
We must counter the devil with knowledge of his tricks. That, my father always said, is the
Aye, I can imagine.
When I was 10, he gave me my initiation. Demonology, sir, as he would say. He saw me, so I stole them. The very same books he'd forced upon me as a boy. I understand them where he'd...
We must talk of Caleb Watson.
Ruth's death hit poor Caleb hard. He was alone, and so I would often stop by his workshop. He took a keen interest in my studies and was a good listener. When he...
Men bonding over bereavement and...
I should have proceeded with...
You shouldn't have proceeded at all. We have a witch hunt on.
Yes, and I'm sorry. I found it in a copy...
I've met my fair share of illustrious occultists. Much is lost in translation or altered in the printing.
Of course! The power is in the words and mine.
You mistake foolishness for...
Surely the acquisition of
Do you remember?
Miss Comenius.
Your father tasked us with an investigation. What?
Ah. I think I understand what you said.
From the looks of this place, you're knee-deep in research.
Searching for the origin of the Harrow's plague, of course.
Of course you do.
Now, at first, I believed the water poisoned, but my father sealed the well, and yet folk, they looked for witchcraft, a foolish, uneducated suspicion, yes, but with... You see, the Arrowlew taints New Eden. Its influence leaches into the Harrows. The evidence...
By the Arrowlew.
Neither name does it justice. This place is beyond words. The Arrowlew, Mr.
How can you be sure the void is tainted?
In New Eden, the threshold between our plane and this is thin. I also believe it happened before. Some years ago, New Eden was hit by another...
Was it the same illness?
I believe that first epidemic was caused by the porosity of the front. Although, where theirs was an affliction of burning flesh, ours is there is a substance, a strange ooze. You may have noticed it. It carries a particular stink, on the scent of which I experience first confusion,
What do you expect?
to find a cure. The ooze seeps into our worlds. Unfortunately, the Arrowlew is a formidable place. Tricky. A maze constant. I found an oozing crack in the ground. The terrain then remade itself, and
Perhaps we might be able to find a way through.
would you? That would be...
You've studied deep.
When my father forbade me to... Those big books were very boring. More recently, a good friend of my father.
He taught you in...
On his visits, I would assist him with the When the curse fell, he fled with thick-skinned Newsmith. I hope he made it. I'd surely like to...
Let's go take a closer look at...
And with that sorrow gone, do be careful. My home is your home. If you...
The Arrowlew is not your home.
Pardon my morbid enthusiasm.